What up, y'all? It's your girl, araneaestorm, checking in. Back with it again for the Rising Sign series. For those of y'all that's just now tuning in, it's your girl, araneaestorm. I'm a cosmic rootwork astrologer. I do Mars activations, I do North Node and South Node activations, and you can find me on all social media at araneaestorm. And also, if you would like to book a reading with me, you can hit me up at araneaestorm.wix.com/info. We moved from Capricorn rising, and now we're going to be moving into Aquarius rising, and then we're going to finish up with Pisces rising. So for those of y'all that just tuning in or just checking in and you like, what the fuck is a rising sign? Shit, I always thought I was just a sun this or a sun that, or I know somebody that might be this rising, or this is my rising. Let me break it down to you. I want to pull from my man's Astro Finesse because he's a dope ass astrologer. If you have not checked out Astro Finesse on YouTube, make sure y'all check him out. Yeah, so the description of how he described the zodiacs, like the rising sign, was pretty dope. He described it as basically you are, driving a car and you're driving by somebody's house. It's the first thing you see is the exterior of the house. So I went even a little further to say your sun sign is like on the inside, like what's going on the inside of the house. And then your moon sign is actually your bedroom. So whatever's going on in your bedroom, it's your emotions. It's your, you only let certain people in the bedroom. Not everybody's coming in the bedrooms. Only a couple people have access to those things. I'm shining, y'all. Like, I'm looking at myself right now. I'm shining. Yo, what the fuck? Anyway, I also want to mention that I am, because there's different types of astrology. So, we have Western astrology, we have Vedic and sidereal astrology, we have Egyptian astrology, which I'm definitely going to be getting into, but that's a whole nother topic. That's later on, in the ethereals and dimensions. But I am actually an Aquarius rising in the Vedic, on sidereal Vedic astrology. So I'm a Leo sun, Aquarius rising, and a Gemini moon in the 5th. So that's just a little tidbit about me. So I definitely resonate with this energy. Sometimes, even though I am a Pisces rising in Western, I kind of go back and forth. I'm like, damn, like when I start reading about Aquarius rising and just getting the Aquarius rising energy, I'm just like, damn, yeah, that kind of does sound a little bit like me. So I know Aquarius energy, and it's in my 12th house on the Western side. So I know Aquarius energy very fucking well. I'm a rebel at heart. I guess we'll start it off like that. Aquarius rising's just a rebel at heart. Very eccentric, likes to do things different. Very innovative energy. Aquarius is like, we call Pisces the Ascendant Master, which Pisces is the Ascendant Master, but Aquarius is the upper echelon. You know what I'm saying? If we're looking at the matrix, Aquarius is the matrix. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, how can we break out of this to build something new? You know what I'm saying? As a collective, how can we break out of this matrix to do something and build something new for the greater good of all? So, Aquarius rising can definitely be reserved. It's ruled by Uranus. It's fixed air. I was about to say fixed fire, fixed air. But it also is Saturnian. It's co-ruler. In ancient times was Saturn. So even though, Aquarius has like this Uranian, out of this world kind of energy about it, there's also this other side of Aquarius that can be very restricted, very reserved, very conservative, very serious. And I feel like Aquarius can go through both bags. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes Aquarius can be, sometimes Aquarius isn't. But all in all, Aquarius is very much so like the game changer of the zodiac. Uranus is the game changer. It's the electric volts. It's the thunder. It's the lightning that volts through your spirit and wants to do something different and wants to do something new. It's able to look at big picture problems, issues of the world, and see how it has a vision for the future and how we can collectively move forward. I mean, it's two sides of the coin. I feel like it's two sides of the coin for every sign, but definitely Aquarius can actually use the knowledge that it holds to do damage, or it can actually push the greater good in a positive way, per se. Very logical, once again, able to see things from a bird's eye view and this kind of pinpoint, like, all right, well, because it is Saturn ruled as well. So it's like, well, okay, we've always been able to do this. This is something we did in the past. How can we take what we learned from the past and build a new future? How can we take from the past and the present and build a new future? Okay, that's Aquarian energy, thinking about the collective. Leo comes in because it sits on the opposite side of Aquarius, and it comes in and it's more self-focused. It's like, what do I need? What are my wants? I'm taking care of me. And then Aquarius kind of comes in and is like, well, what can I do for the people? What can I do for the collective? And there's nothing wrong with either side. Like, people, on both ends, it's like, oh, one end is like, oh, you doing all this stuff for the collective, da 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 da. And on the other end is like, well, you too focused on yourself. And it's like, bitch, it's called balance. You got to be able to know how to take care of yourself. You got to be able to know what you want, the things that you need, the things that you desire, the things that you love. You know what I'm saying? Leo is the heart. But you also have to know, what you've come here to do and what people you've come to do those things with. Because Aquarius doesn't do this by alone. Aquarius does this with the group. Aquarius also rules the circulatory system, which I just learned. It rules the legs as well, but it rules like blood and oxygen and the way you breathe, and the blood, using the blood and things like that. I don't know why, but I don't know if y'all have seen Korra, The Legend of Korra, the Avatar. But honestly, like, there's a scene in there where they talked about, like, the bloodbenders. And the bloodbenders were only able to bloodbend on the full moon. And then they actually had people who were, or a person in particular, who actually started bloodbending outside of the full moon. And it was just fucking people up. That's what I think about Aquarius. Able to, it's the air, the fixed air that we breathe. It gives us life. It gives us energy. It gives us that vitality. When your blood is moving through your veins and your blood is rich and your blood is pure, it keeps you going. But when your blood stops flowing, you die. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you get to Pisces and you ascend to the next life. So, when group dynamics, Aquarius thrives. Aquarius thrives in a group. You are able to really, Aquarius is really good at being able to see people's true unique gifts, because Aquarius is uniquely gifted in itself. And Aquarius rising will see that in other people and be like, you know what? I know what you're good at. I know, I see you. And this is, if you don't know, if you're trying to figure it out, Aquarius will put you somewhere or place you somewhere that is of the larger collective, and being able to work with that energy and build something that's never been done before. Aquarius has that wow factor. Aquarius has that, oh my God, like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if y'all watch Ancient Aliens. I don't know if y'all, you know what I'm saying? If y'all into aliens and otherworldly beings and things like that, but that's all Aquarius. Conspiracy theories, that's all Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that shit. And it could go into Scorpio as well. But all of that shit is Aquarian energy. Area 41, 51, 57, whoever that is, Aquarius. You know what I mean? It's like the seen but unseen type of energy. I'm sorry, my nose is like, I got this sage going in my nose, like, so, my bad. So, focus on collective needs versus personal needs. If we look at the Leo Aquarius axis, the rebel of the group, the humanitarian, wants to once again see the collective move forward through collaboration, tribal energy, and innovative ideas. It just has a rebel spirit at heart. Like, sometimes though, And this is something that I'm coming to learn, especially for my Saturn Aquarius babies. I will be updating y'all on that too, but this is not about that. This is about y'all as a rising. This is about us as a rising. Sometimes, you know, Aquarius rising, I'm going to take myself out of this. I'm trying. We can tend to, or Aquarius rising can tend to take the rebellious nature a little bit too far. And I know, I already hear some of y'all saying, well, what is too far? Well, especially when we have a fucked up system. What you want me to do? You want me to give you half-ass because it's too far? I get it, Aquarius. Don't even trip. I understand. I overstand, okay? But sometimes when I'm talking about like this rebellious energy, it comes into knowing how different you are and being so different, or just harnessing this like I'm so different energy that it can be harder for you to connect with people. Now, I'm not saying that this is specifically Aquarius because you have to, or Aquarius risings, because you definitely have to check the other places in your chart, but sometimes it could be like that. It's like I'm above this, you know, like that upper echelon, you know, energy of like, I'm above this. I'm good. This is nice, but I'm here. Y'all are here. Aquarius has to watch out for that. You know what I'm saying? We get it. You're brilliant. Aquarius is just a brilliant sign. It's a genius. I mean, untapped knowledge that people on this material realm couldn't even see, that you can't see, you know, and it's incredible. But you need time alone. You know, you need to, you know, on the opposite end of that, like you need time to like gather and recollect and become the scientist and become the innovator, so you can receive the divine messages that are coming to you through you, so you can relay those messages to the world. And so we need you, Aquarius. I mean, we need all of y'all, but we need you, Aquarius, okay? We need you to bring those ideas from the divine and being able to decipher the codes and the words and be able to come in and show us something new and show us something different. And not for the sake of it being new and different, but for the fact that it's going to help us progress the collective forward in a positive way. We need that from you, Aquarius. We do. Otherworldly beings, ancient aliens. If y'all don't watch Ancient Aliens, you sleep. But that's a whole other conversation. I think when I think, and I wrote this down, I think of Aquarius when we talk about Tesla. And because, you know, Aquarius does rule electricity and things like that. And, you know, even the symbol of Aquarius, of the man or the person pouring in the water and, you know, the river and things like that. It's the wisdom and knowledge that's bestowed upon to you for the collective. But back to Tesla, no shade to Tesla. Not saying Tesla didn't do this. I just feel like this might have already been in the works before Tesla got to it. I just figure, and I'm not trying to discredit Tesla. It was just, you know, I feel like Tesla just, you know, kind of stumbled upon some information that was already out here. But the person or the people that created it just weren't getting the credit for it, you know. So, but shout out to Tesla, you know what I'm saying? Like, they still tripping over you, you know, rest in peace. They still tripping over you out here in these streets, you know what I mean? But I feel like Tesla energy, even though Tesla was a Cancer, I would not be surprised if Tesla, and I gotta look at Tesla's birth chart, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla had Aquarian energy. I would be shocked if Tesla didn't have Aquarian energy, because, I mean, it's electricity. You know, we out here paying for stuff we shouldn't even have to pay for, because it literally comes off of our bodies, and it comes from the fucking ground. It comes from the earth. It comes from the sky. Like, it's free, but we're paying for it. So these are one of the examples of one of the things that Aquarians would be fighting against. You know, it's for the people. You know, it's like the voice of the people. It's like, all right, what do we want? When do we need it? Now. What do we want? When do we need it? Now. That's Aquarius energy for that ass. You know what I'm saying? intuition off the chain. You know, Aquarius is the type that they can see shit before it happens. Like, they are that type that will be able to see shit before it goes down. Just like Pisces. Able and Cancer. All water energy, but specifically these two motherfuckers, because they've seen it all. You get from Aries to Aquarius to Pisces. They done seen it all. They done been here before. They done know what it is. And they're able to tap into people's energy. Even though Aquarius is air and Pisces is water, Aquarius comes from things a little bit more detached. Not to say that they don't have feelings. I'm just saying that they come from the gate a little bit more detached because, you know, it's air, you know. So Aquarius comes in having to learn how to open up, you know, that Leo heart, that Leo energy of being able to share and be vulnerable, how you feel and what you feel, and not be afraid to do that. Because another thing about Aquarius is easy for Aquarius to want to isolate. So it's easy for Aquarius to want to isolate itself and feel like the outsider and things, because Aquarius doesn't want to open up. And there might be people out there that really want to reach out to you, but they don't know how, because you have pushed yourself into a corner because you don't feel understood. Not understanding at that time when you're feeling like that there's other people out there that really want to know you, you know, and not just know you for the superficial shit that you hate, but despise, can't stand, but you just, you know, they want to know you for you. They want to get to the bottom of who is Aquarius. And you can't be scared of or feeling some type of way about not wanting to meet other people that want to meet you, you know? Resistance to change. And I feel like this is the Saturnian side of Aquarius, because Aquarius is fixed, at the end of the day, it's like fixed in its own nature. And it's like, you can't tell me what to do. Very Aquarian, like, you can't tell me what to do. I know. We get it, Aquarius. We get it, okay? So you can get real focused on, like, trying to just build in this material world because of that Saturnian influence, and just not recognizing that, like, you know, you get out of, like, your focus and the purpose and the mission of why you came here in the first place. And also just keep in mind too, it's like, you are here to shine. Like, at the end of the day, I get it. It's the collective. You love the collective. You want to move the collective forward. But at the end of the day, Aquarius, you are meant to shine just as hard as everybody else that you are out there promoting, putting on, doing things for, because that's what you love to do. So don't forget that you are just important as motherfuckers out here too. I didn't even really try to do that, but I did. You know what I mean? So learning to be vulnerable. You is kind, you is smart, and potent. You got to keep that vision on lock. You got to keep that vision on lock. Once again, like I said, we need you. Whew. We need you. Okay, Aquarius. We need you. We love you. We see you. Even when you feel like we don't see you, we see you. And man, I can't wait to see what you gonna bang out in these next 3 years, G. For the Saturn and Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? Move through that first house, baby. You know what I mean? So yeah. And for Vedic astrology, I know this is not a Vedic astrology, but it'll be moving through Capricorn. So I feel like it'll have an effect though on both of y'all, because y'all share the same energy. Maybe not as strong, but still, you know, get your life, get your freedom, you know what I mean? Get whatever you need, get it all in, get it all together, because you're gonna be on the front lines of this shit, all right? You're gonna be making power moves, all right? So yeah, that's my wrap on Aquarius. I definitely got love for Aquarius. It's definitely, like, for me personally, I don't know about Aquarius risings, but I used to have a real love-hate relationship for Aquarius. It's either I loved you or it was just like, it's probably the Leo in me. I'm just like, I love you. I see you, bro. I see you. And then when I found out I was an Aquarius rising on Vedic, sidereal, I was like, oh, you looking at yourself, bitch. But anyway, like I said, it's a rainy storm. You can hit me up on all social media once again at a rainy storm. If you would like a personal reading from me, Mars activations, North Node and South Node consultations. Okay. You can hit me up at araneaestorm.wix.com/info. And yeah, moving on to the best one. Last but not least, Pisces rising. All right, y'all. Peace.